Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Hannah Daily English. I am so happy you are here with us today. And honestly, if you have clicked on this episode, it tells me something about you. It tells me you are serious about your English. You're not just learning words. You want to speak naturally. You want to sound like a real English speaker, not like a textbook.
And that is exactly what we are going to help you with today. Hey everyone, so glad to be here. Today is one of those episodes where I think a lot of you are going to have that moment where something finally clicks. You know that feeling when you have been confused about something for months, and then someone explains it in a simple way, and suddenly everything makes sense?
Yes, that feeling is the best. And today's topic is one that causes so much confusion for learners at B1 level and even beyond. We're talking about have been doing versus have done. Two present perfect tenses, they look almost the same on paper, but they mean very different things in real conversation.
And here's the thing, getting this wrong does not stop people from understanding you, but getting it right is exactly what makes you sound fluent. Native speakers notice this difference, even if they cannot explain the grammar rule themselves. They just know when something sounds natural and when it does not.
So, by the end of this episode, you are going to know which tense to use in everyday situations, you're going to understand why each one exists, and you're going to have real examples you can start using today.
We have a question for you before we start. In the comments, tell us, have you ever been confused by these two tenses? Or maybe you did not even know there was a difference. Either way, let us know. We read every comment and we love hearing from you. And if you're new here, welcome to Hannah Daily English. Please subscribe so you never miss an episode. We release new content every week, and every episode is designed to help you sound more natural in real English conversations.
All right, let's get into it. Let's start with have done. This is what grammar books call the present perfect simple. And I want you to forget the textbook name for a second and just think about what it means in real life. We use have done when an action is finished and the result of that action matters right now.
The structure is very simple. You say subject plus have or has plus the past participle of the verb. So, for example, I have eaten, she has called, they have finished, we have arrived. The action is complete, done, over, and the result of that action exists in the present moment.
Let me give you a real example from my day. This morning, I sat down with my coffee and I looked at my to-do list. By 11 o'clock, I said to myself, I have sent all my emails. The sending is finished. It is done. The result is that my inbox is clear right now.
Here's one from me. Imagine you're cooking dinner and your partner comes into the kitchen and asks, "Is dinner ready?" And you say, "I have made the pasta, but I have not made the sauce yet." The pasta is finished. That's the result. You can see it. You can eat it. But the sauce is not done, so you use have not made for that part.
That contrast is so important. I have made the pasta means the result is there right now. I have not made the sauce means that result does not exist yet.
Let me give you 5 more everyday examples so this really sticks in your mind. I have seen that film, meaning I watched it at some point and now I have that experience. She has lost her phone, meaning the phone is gone. That's the current situation. We have booked the hotel, meaning the reservation is confirmed right now. He has passed his driving test, meaning he is now a qualified driver. They have eaten all the food, meaning there is no food left.
Notice something in all those examples. The focus is always on what exists now because of the action, the result, not the process, not how long it took, just the fact that it happened, and the result is here now.
Now here's something important about time. With have done, we usually don't say exactly when the action happened. We say, I have eaten, but we don't say, I ate at 7 o'clock. The moment you add a specific past time, you switch to simple past. I ate at 7 o'clock. Just keep that in mind. No specific past time with present perfect.
Try this right now. Think of 3 things you have completed today. Maybe you have showered, maybe you have had breakfast, maybe you have opened this podcast and started listening. Say those sentences out loud. Really say them. Your mouth needs to practice this, not just your brain. All right, now let's talk about have been doing. This is the present perfect continuous. And while have done is all about the result, have been doing is all about the process, the activity, the duration, what has been happening over a period of time.
The structure is subject plus have or has plus been plus the verb with ing. So, I have been working. She has been studying. They have been waiting. He has been learning English.
And here's the key. With have been doing, the action might be still happening right now, or it just stopped very recently. But either way, the activity explains something about the present moment.
Let me give you a really clear example. You walk into a room and your friend is breathing fast, sweating a little, and looks tired. You ask, "Are you okay?" And they say, "Yeah, I've been running." They probably just stopped running a few minutes ago, but you can still see the effect. They're tired, they're out of breath. The running explains how they look and feel right now.
And notice, if they said, I have run, that sounds strange in that moment, because you're not asking about a result. You're looking at a person who clearly just did something physical. The process is what matters. I have been running tells the story.
Here's one from my real life. My sister called me last Tuesday evening and asked why I sounded so exhausted. I said, "I've been working all day. I've been in back-to-back meetings since 9 this morning." The working is the explanation. It tells her why I sound the way I do. It describes the experience of my whole day.
And I do this too. If someone sees me rubbing my eyes and asks what's wrong, I say, I've been reading for 3 hours. 3 hours of reading. That process explains my current state. My tired eyes make sense now.
So here's the simplest way to think about it. Have done answers the question, is it finished? Have been doing answers the question, what has been happening and why does the current situation look this way?
Now, have been doing often travels with certain time expressions. You'll hear for, since, all day, all morning, all week, lately, recently. Those words tell you about duration. I have been learning English for 2 years. She has been working here since January. We have been waiting for ages. Those time expressions are your clue that the continuous form is probably the right choice.
Write a sentence in the comments right now. What have you been doing today? Use the full form. Maybe you have been studying. Maybe you've been working from home. Maybe you've been sitting in traffic. Use your real day. Real examples stick better than invented ones.
Now let's put them side by side so you can really feel the difference. Same situation, 2 different sentences, 2 completely different meanings.
Situation 1. A work report. Imagine it is 4 in the afternoon and your colleague walks over and asks how things are going. If you finished the report an hour ago, you say, "I have written the report." Done. It exists. The result is there. But if you are still at your desk, still typing, still in the middle of it, you say, "I have been writing this report all day." The process, the effort, the time it is taking.
Do you hear how different those feel? One is clean and finished. The other carries the weight of the whole day in it.
Situation 2, cooking. You walk into the kitchen and there is food on the table. Your mom says, "I have cooked dinner." The result is right there in front of you. But if you walk in and she is still at the stove, still stirring, she might say, "I have been cooking for 2 hours. I am exhausted." The process, the duration, the reason she is tired.
Situation 3. Exercise. You come home and your housemate sees you in gym clothes and trainers. You say, I have been exercising. That explains your appearance. It explains the situation right now. But if someone asks you how many times you went to the gym this week, you say, I have exercised 3 times. The result, the count. the fact.
Here's a simple tip to help you choose every single time. Before you speak, ask yourself one question. Am I talking about a result, or am I explaining an ongoing process or situation? If it is the result, say, have done. If it is the process, say, have been doing. That one question is more useful than any grammar rule I have ever read. Say that question out loud right now. Am I talking about a result or a process? Say it. Your brain needs to make a habit of this.
Okay, let's talk about mistakes. And I want to say something before we start this section. Making mistakes is not a problem. Mistakes mean you are trying. Mistakes mean you are speaking. The goal is not to avoid mistakes forever. The goal is to understand them so you make them less often over time.
Mistake number 1, using have done when you need to explain a current situation. For example, saying, I have worked all day, when you want to explain why you were tired right now. That sentence sounds like a fact, a report. It does not connect the past activity to your present feeling. The correct sentence is, I have been working all day. The continuous form creates that connection between what happened and how things are right now.
Mistake number 2, using have been doing when the result is what matters. Imagine a job interview. The interviewer asks, have you ever managed a team? And you say, yes, I have been managing a team. That sounds strange. The interviewer wants a clear fact, a result. Say, yes, I have managed a team. Short, clear, confident.
Mistake number 3, forgetting the word been in the continuous form. A lot of learners say, I have working or she have studying. These are not correct. The full form is have been and then the verb with ing. All 3 parts are necessary. I have been working. She has been studying. Practice the full structure until it feels automatic.
Mistake number 4, using the continuous form with stative verbs. Stative verbs are verbs that describe a state or condition, not an action. Words like know, believe, want, love, need, and have in the sense of possession. These verbs do not normally go in the continuous form. So we say, I have known her for years, not I have been knowing her. We say, I have wanted this job for a long time, not I have been wanting this job. If you're unsure whether a verb is stative, look it up quickly. It's worth knowing.
A practical trick for avoiding these mistakes. Next time you want to use one of these tenses, take 1 second before you speak and ask, result or process. That pause feels strange at first, but it gets faster and faster until you don't need to think about it anymore. That's fluency.
Let's practice together. I'm going to give you a situation and 2 options. Say the better one out loud before we tell you the answer. Really say it. Don't just think it in your head. Speaking out loud is how your mouth learns.
Situation 1. Your friend calls you and you sound out of breath. They ask what you've been up to. Option A, I have cleaned the whole flat. Option B, I have been cleaning the whole flat.
The answer is B. You want to explain the process, the effort, the reason you sound tired. I have been cleaning tells the full story of what your afternoon looked like.
Situation 2, your manager asks if the presentation is finished. Option A, I have prepared it. Option B, I have been preparing it.
Option A. Your manager wants a result. Is it done or not? Yes, I have prepared it. Done. That's the only answer they need.
Situation 3, an old friend asks about your English learning journey. Option A, I have studied English for 8 months. Option B, I have been studying English for 8 months.
Option B sounds more natural. 8 months is a duration, an ongoing effort, a process that is still continuing. I have been studying English for 8 months carries that sense of continued work and dedication.
Now, here's your challenge. Write 2 sentences in the comments, one using have done and one using have been doing. Use your real life, your real day, your real situation. That's the most powerful practice you can do right now.
Okay, let's bring everything together. Today we covered 2 present perfect tenses and they both matter.
Number 1, have done. the present perfect simple. Use this when the action is finished and the result matters in the present moment. I have finished the report. She has called. We have booked the tickets. The result is there. Done.
Number 2, have been doing. The present perfect continuous. Use this when you want to show a process, an ongoing activity, or explain why the current situation looks the way it does. I have been working all day. He has been studying since morning. They have been waiting for an hour.
And number 3, the one question that guides you every time. Am I talking about a result or a process? Answer that question and you'll almost always choose the right tense.
Remember, the goal is not perfect grammar. The goal is communication. The goal is confidence. Every time you pause and think about which tense to use, you are doing real language work. You're building a habit, and habits become fluency.
Tell us in the comments, which one has been harder for you? Have done or have been doing? We genuinely want to know, and your answer helps us plan future episodes.
If this episode helped you, please share it with one person who is also learning English. It takes 2 seconds and it makes a real difference to this channel.
Subscribe to Hannah Daily English if you haven't already. We're here every week with real conversations, real grammar, and real practice. All of it designed for you.
Thank you so much for being here today. You showed up, you listened, and you practiced. That's what progress looks like.
Keep going. You're better than you think.
See you next time.